I think I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know if this is going to be it, but I think that there's another one. Look, we do the show together. I see your tweets, man. Like, I know that there's a player on here that you're going to talk about. So I don't know if I'm jumping the gun here, but I'm going to throw out my next option, and that's Matt Chapman. Because Matt
He's on
Chapman,
the list. He's
I
on my
know he's,
list.
yep, and he's 31. He is a terrific third baseman. Um, he is a legit third baseman. And for those who don't know, I'm going to spoil what your tweet said, and it was that it's a great move to get Max Muncy, but maybe it's time to put him back at second base, move Mookie back to the outfield, and put a guy like Matt Chapman potentially at third base for the Dodgers. And I couldn't agree more because this is a guy who has been terrific for the Blue Jays. His home run total dipped this past year. He only had 17 home runs in 2023, but his on base percentage was high. He was fourth in the AL in doubles this year. He's a legitimate third baseman. And for me, this is one that doesn't totally hinge on whether you get Shohei Ohtani, but let's think about making this deal with the Dodgers not landing Shohei Ohtani. Not only do you have Max Muncy at second base, but you have Matt Chapman at third. Those are two big bats for your lineup. There is still another player who was on my list that I would like to see the Dodgers make a move for, which hinges specifically on Shohei, whether or not the Dodgers make a move for him. But this is a guy that if you need to give him a day off, we'll say in quotes, and he's going to DH, great. He can DH, and you can have him in the lineup, and you can put Muncy at third. Or Muncy can DH, Matt Chapman's at third. That's what I think this can do. It's another bat in your lineup. It's a good defensive player at third base. It's a legitimate third baseman. Not to say that Max Muncy isn't, but he can play a little bit of everywhere, and you can put Mookie back in the outfield, and you can really solidify your defensive alignment and also add another big bat to the lineup. So I would love to see the Dodgers go after Matt Chapman because I think that he fits beautifully into what the lineup could look like. And again, I will add on to this a little bit later with another player who I think has some similarities to Chapman, especially when it comes to the DH role.
Yeah, I mean, the thing with Matt Chapman, and again, I wrote this the other day in my Substack, whether or not you sign Shohei Ohtani, it still works because if you sign Shohei Ohtani, Matt Chapman's your third baseman, Max Muncy's your second baseman. If you don't sign Shohei, Matt Chapman is your third baseman. Max Muncy could be your DH. He could be your second baseman. He can do whatever. I saw a few different contract predictions. I did see one that had him at like 5 years for 100 million. So 20 million a year is very affordable. I did see a few contracts got up to 140 million. But this is a guy, Josh, defensively, it's an insane upgrade because Max Muncy was defensively one of the worst, arguably the worst third baseman in all of baseball. Matt Chapman is a 3-time Gold Glove winner. He's a 2-time Platinum Gold Glove winner. He was announced as a finalist last week for another Gold Glove award. He's not quite the defender he once was, where he's arguably the best. He's still probably top 5 to top 10, but defensively, you're getting such a massive upgrade. And like you said, Josh, his home run numbers did take a bit of a hit this season, only hit 17, and this is coming off seasons where he hit 36, 27, 27. But you said it, 39 doubles, which I think you said was fourth most in all of baseball. So he's an extra base hit machine. Still had an OPS plus, a WRC plus of 110, which if you have a WRC plus of 110 in a down season, you will gladly take that. And he also had a 3.5 Fangraphs WAR, which was tied for the sixth most valuable third baseman in all of baseball. So you're upgrading the position. You're getting to extend your lineup with Max Muncy, and I don't think it'll be too expensive. So I like it, Josh. I like that we have this. I mean, we're on the same page here with a lot of these. We're taking our GM heads and we're just mushing them into one and really coming together with some of these amazing moves because I'm liking it so far. I'm liking that we're in agreement on a lot of these
Yeah.
things.
To me, I'm not saying he's Freddie Freeman. Freddie Freeman is one of the best players in baseball. Not saying that Chapman's not, but Freddie Freeman is unbelievable. For me, this is like a type of thing where it's like I remember a couple years ago when Freddie Freeman was available, people were like, well, "What about the Dodgers? Like he'd be good on the Dodgers. Maybe there's a link." And immediately I was like, "That's the guy. That's who I want with the Dodgers. Fits perfectly. Would be awesome on the team." That's Matt Chapman for me. I
Yeah.
think the fit is there. You bring him in regardless of what you do with Shohei Ohtani. I think that does not impact this move at all. And again, if you do get Shohei, you would now at this point have Shohei Ohtani, Max Muncy, Matt Chapman, Mookie Betts, Freddie Freeman. Who else is on the team? Will Smith, James Outman.
Matt Chapman is essentially becoming your number 6 or number 7 hitter.
Right, exactly.
Which is insane.
I'm not saying it's a no-brainer, but I'm saying for me, it's a perfect fit. It's a perfect fit, and it gives you options, which is big.
Yeah, and I know the numbers were down for Chapman this year, hit 240, OPS is 755. If you look at the advanced numbers on Baseball Savant, 98th percentile in average exit velocity, 98th percentile in barrel percentage, 100th percentile in hard hit percentage, and 94th percentile in chase percentage. So he has a great eye at the plate. He's hitting the ball insanely hard. I mean, his expected batting average, his expected slugging, they were all really low, so he was just not getting the results. But if he turns things around, Josh, and you're getting the Matt Chapman from a few years ago with the Oakland A's that was hitting 36 homers, that was driving in 100 runs, that was finishing top 5 in MVP voting, if that's your number 7 hitter, and again, you're getting a massive upgrade defensively, I didn't even think about this, Josh, until like the other day. When I saw the Max Muncy news, I was thinking, oh, okay. And then I kind of just was reading an article on notable free agents, and I saw Matt Chapman. I'm thinking, I really like this. I really like the fit. It's not going to cost too much money. You have him for the next 4 or 5 years. It makes your lineup that much deeper, and it just makes sense because outside of Muncy, Michael Busch is not the answer at third base. Maybe he's the answer at second base. Maybe he's the answer in a trade piece. The Dodgers don't have any future options at third base. Sure, if they could trade for Nolan Arenado, that's not going to happen. So it really, Josh, is do you want Max Muncy declining to third base for the next 3 years? Or do you get a guy that is going to be a Gold Glove finalist every year? So I love the Matt Chapman move. I think it's a great one. Hopefully the Dodgers consider him.